Which version of this is that? What are you talking about?
What it is it is what it is, but what it is
serious question. When are you going to come on the show, man? I will send you a fucking link right now. Do you want to talk to me? If you want to ask me questions, you're more than welcome to. You can come on right now. This video is brought to you by
Rippaverse.
How can I be a white nationalist if I wear Rippaverse? Checkmate, groomer. Hey man, something's got to pay the bills around here. You guys consider supporting me on Patreon so that I don't have to do this type of gig anymore. Rippaverse Griftwear, the only clothing line that's DMCA protected. Dressed like a goddamn brick.
Rippaverse.
However, I also haven't talked about Eric July in I don't know how long. It's been a couple of weeks or something at least since I've mentioned him, really. We might have made some joke about him or something.
I don't understand it.
You're here trying to stir up shit so that you have content.
So a lot of y'all ask me, Derek, how do you harvest so much money from kids when you can't write? Well, I mean, I don't have a single skill or talent at all. I just shout at kids and pretend that I do.
But you won't come on and talk to me, will you? No, you can't. You can't let your voice be heard, can you?
Y'all really bought that shit butt ass comic book. I'm crying.
It would be recognizable, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Actual fandom loves to make memes. He is an expert, highly skilled.
All right. Well, it is what it is. All right.
Ew, booger.
That's cool, bro.
How desperate is that? I'm sorry, like...
You must be truly desperate.
I haven't talked about that dude. I don't know. I haven't made a video about him. We've maybe mentioned him on stream, like referenced him or something, in like a joking fashion or something. But like, why do you want us to stop talking about it so bad? That's kind of weird. Why don't you come on and talk to me, man? Where do I send the link to? You want me to send it to your DMs on Twitter, X? You got a email you want me to send it to? I will set everything on my show aside right now for you to come on and talk to me. First of all, we haven't talked about him in a while. Second of all, why is it so fucking important to you that my little channel stopped talking about him? You guys think about that. Like, what? Will you stop talking about him? Eric July must be desperate for content over there. Hey, how's that lawsuit going? Eric hasn't talked about it much lately.
Please.
Desperation, man. Desperation. Nobody's talking about him anymore, really. Do I lie about him? Well, why don't you debate me then? You know? I mean, he's got to be too busy, right? Like, he's running a fucking comic book company.
Eric is not a comic book creator.
And he wants to debate me?
The foolish detractor can't stop.
I don't even have, what I got, like 6-something thousand subscribers, whatever. That's weird, man. That's weird that his priorities are such that what does he have? Like 511,000 subs? He did have 514,000 like a few weeks ago. Now he's got a few thousand less. But like, why does he want to debate people that have such smaller platforms compared to him? Is it insecurity, Rippaverse Goalpost? Do you think it's insecurity? I think it is. I think that's why you're here too.
Crazy how the guy that's only known for being a racist pick-me and complaining about woke Marvel and DC probably made the worst indie comic of all time. Alan Moore was right. If you want to get good at comics, you just have to find the most dog shit comics you can get hands on.
Stop! He's already dead.
I know. And especially whenever we're not even talking about him, dude. We haven't even been talking about him. And they show up to be like, stop talking about him.
Leave him
Eric July.
alone.
The reason that they're here and they're trying to start shit when there wasn't even anything being said about Eric July is because they're desperate for conflict. Because they need conflict to get any attention. They don't make good content. They don't have good perspectives. They don't, they don't make good comics. They lie a lot and they're bigoted and like, so basically in order to get outside of their little bubble that they've created for themselves, they have to create conflict. And none is happening naturally for them right now. So they, have to, step outside their comfort zone and show up here and try and start shit. because we're in the middle of right. Yeah. Fans support content creators. Why is it impossible for a fan, me, to support Eric without expectations for profit? I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying that you must be mentally unhealthy. As much time as you dedicate to this, if you're not being paid for it and you're not Eric or maybe his wife or something, you are not mentally sound. You've dedicated almost your entire life to this for no pay, and you're not even like connected to them personally. So those are the three possibilities in my mind. Those are the three that make any kind of sense. And you know that one of them is true. But since you don't want to come on and talk to me, you haven't given me where I can send you the link yet. I'm not going to drop it in chat. But since you don't want to come on and talk to me, you can just fuck off, man. Yeah, I mean, that's what, look, they use a voice changer and they refuse to show up on a stream. There's something being hidden there. It's kind of obvious.
It's crazy people think this guy is anything but a libertarian scam artist. This is some of the worst paneling and framing I've ever seen.
No, you refuse to engage honestly, Rippaverse goalposts. You're a deceptive, dishonest person. You've actually lied about me and my friends several times on fucking Twitter and in your content. So you showing up here and pretending like you care that, you know, we talk about Eric July, who's much larger than us, is really fucking dishonest and disingenuous. And you're not trying to counter anything. You're trying to shut me down. You told me to stop talking about Eric July. Eric July, you're not trying to correct anything. You're not trying to counter anything. You want to silence people. You have no interest in conversation. You have no interest in discourse or exchanging ideas or better understanding between two factions or anything like that. No. You're trying to silence people because that's what Eric does. That's why he's pissed that I won't debate him. That's not what he does. He doesn't debate. I've seen how he debates. We saw what he did whenever he debated Organized Chaos. You know what he did. And if it's you, you know what you did.
Just throwing this out there before we get started. Any event that, you know, I happen to be at one of those and you happen to be there as well, let's just make sure that we link up and we kind of chop it up about kind of some of those comments. So you fat, out of shape, and you white. If I were you, considering that you ain't built for that level of action, I would not advise.
What, is that a threat?
Never done anything athletic, and he talking sideways. Like I said, like he's got to see me anyway. Don't let me go to a con and his motherfucking ass is there. He has to see me.
It's all right. We can talk about Eric if you want to. Let's talk about Eric for a minute.
No need to say no homo. I'm raping you and your bro, hating and faking. I'm raping you and your bro.
I'm raping you and your bro.
So how much does Glenn Beck pay you?
Glenn Beck doesn't pay me. Glenn Beck doesn't own Blaze anymore.
Oh, so how much? So how much does the Blaze pay you?
Blaze doesn't pay me that much. I'm only a video contributor. I only show up every like once or twice at the most a week.
I mean, you got your picture. You got your picture on the wall. You must do something for him.
Yeah, because I'm a video contributor. Why wouldn't my picture be on the wall?
Well, that
everybody that shows up, even the contributors that contribute to Jason Whitlock's show, who only show up a couple of times, those guys are also pictured at the Blaze. What's the problem?
Your picture was like 4 or 5 spots away from Glenn Beck.
Yikes. What was that thing he's doing with his neck there? He's like, I've never seen him do that except in that one instance. Seems to be like a tick, a nervous tick. You see my video, you know that.
But I mean, the point of the matter is, again, like it really is just about supporting creators that you like. And if you want to give Eric July $100 a month, it doesn't really matter like what comes with it. You're just sponsoring him to continue yelling about the hoe ass roads.
Fucking level 1 rookie bitch ass commentators on Twitter. I don't understand it. You not fooling a libertarian by bringing up them bitch ass roads. How many times is it that we say we oppose taxation, and the first goddamn level 1 rookie childish kindergarten ass bitch made argument that you throw out there is what about the roads? You must drive on the roads. You must hate the roads. You think we ain't feel all the things that could stump libertarians, which tend to be smarter people. They tend to get there by way of economic reasons. And you somehow think that the thing that's gonna stump us and be like, damn, fuck this libertarian shit, is the motherfucking roads. Jesus Christ, how many times you think we ain't felt all the things? How many times we say we oppose taxation? What about the roads? How many times? What about the roads? When I was just a small kid, my daddy ran out on me and I grew up without a father. No shock there. Now, obviously, this gave me a huge affirmation complex that was so bad that I developed a permanent need for everyone to think that I'm special, even though I've got no skills, no talent, definitely can't write, and as it pertains, absolutely no creative abilities whatsoever. See, my completely deluded and aggressive attitude is wild. In my mind, if I can shout loud enough and long enough that I am a certain thing that I want to be, then enough people just might believe me. I've been nothing but a basic ass YouTuber for the past 16 years. And even now at 33 years old, I still haven't grown up. I still argue with 13-year-olds about who's the best Spider-Man. And I still have an embarrassing, hysterical meltdown if someone hurts my delicate, fragile little ego. Recently, I found an easy way to get just 13% of my YouTube subscribers to all give me $30 each. And in return, I give them a piece of completely laughable garbage, which also serves as a vehicle for my childish and uncontrollable ego. I'm Derek Julies, and welcome to my Egoverse.
I define everybody that's not Peter Parker as an unoriginal Peter Parker.
Talking about Peter Darker.
Do you like Miles Morales then?
No.
Yeah, some characters have been written decently that are of different races and have suited up in the suit of a hero or a version of that hero. One of the more obvious is Miles Morales as Spider-Man.
You're just actively making shit up, ha ha ha.
Miles Morales has his own background. This is far better than just simply making Peter Parker a black guy.
Talking about Peter Darker.
But Miles is an exception, make no mistake.
I know what you're thinking. This sounds amazing already. You're an incredible man with absolutely amazing business acumen. How can I give you money to make myself more like you? Well, it's really easy. Just take out a credit card, go to my website, make sure you get all the numbers from the card punched into our state-of-the-art proprietary payment processing software, then sit back and relax because you're about to get into the absolute best club on the web.
Actual fandom is not going to... Remember, this guy was going off on how crap other artists were, from people in the major leagues to small indie artists, and flaunting that he was going to be the next big thing. Alan Moore was right. If you want to get good at comics, you just have to find the most dog-shit comics you can get hands on. This feels like a fake comic you would see a kid read in some low-budget Hallmark movie. At least I'll always be a better comic creator than these idiots. This was the comic that was going to destroy DC and Marvel, by the way. I know some 10-year-olds who can make better paneling than this shit. So glad Isom sucks donkey balls so I can make fun of it. You want me to show y'all how to make one correctly? Not surprised they keep complaining about comics are dead when the story and art they writing feels generic and lacking in choreography. Eric needs to improve sooner. Otherwise, it'd be a fever dream to have long-term success. This is still the best worst fight scene in comic history. He has to talk shit on everyone else in order to try and build himself up, because he knows deep down he's a talentless hack. None of these grifters are any good. All their creative endeavors fall flat on their face and are quickly forgotten. Good.